All right, welcome, you guys. Coach Noah here. Welcome to this live stream. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any more value. All right, y'all. So, yeah, I'm just very grateful. First off, I just want to start by saying I'm just very thankful to have this platform to be able to share this value with you guys. I'm grateful for the leader position that I'm in to be able to lead my community and hopefully be able to witness lives getting better and impacting people in a positive way. Just very thankful for shelter over my head, clothes on my back, shoes on my feet. Um, I have food in the fridge, transportation in the garage, money in the bank, loved ones around me. I have so much to be grateful for. Right, I'm very grateful for everything God is doing and everything that He is going to do in my life. Right? So, with that being said, let's get into it. All right. So, yeah, y'all, great we had. Um, Great trading week. A lot of results coming in from newbies, people that have no idea about trading at all. So, yeah, I'm very, very proud of that. And if you want to be added to the community, right, all you got to do is comment the word VIP, and I will help you get set up and help you get inside the community so you can start catching those plays with us. All right. But yeah, we had a great week and ending off the week. I don't trade on Friday, so this was our last trading day. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited about where we're going and just the people that we're helping. And just going into 2026, I want to help even more people change their lives and help empower them. And I know I'm going to be able to do that by changing the mindset of people, right? The way that they think. And that's the reason why I want to share this tonight with y'all is just give you a different perspective, help you, give you something that your mind can benefit from, right? What I'm about to show you. So, one of my favorite scriptures, right, is Proverbs 23:7. It says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, said he to thee, but his heart is not with thee." Right? So, what this basically means is whatever you think, you will become. As you think, whatever you think about most of the time, your dominant thoughts is what your life is going to mirror. Right? And a lot of people have a really hard time accepting this or just taking accountability that their life is what their thoughts, some of what their thoughts have been up until this point. Right? And once we accept that, then we can take the power back. Right? Because we stop blaming other people for our results. We stop blaming it on anything external outside of us except for ourselves. Right? The life that we are getting, because we ultimately know that it's our thoughts that are mirroring our world. Amen. Right. So, y'all, the reason why I want to share this with y'all, right? Because if I can get you to start thinking different, right? If I can get you to start having a new mindset, then I can change your life. Right. And now I'm not here to force anybody to think different. If you want to keep thinking the same and getting the same results that you've been getting, that's on you. All right. All I'm here to do is put out the information. I'm the messenger, right? And if you want to take the message and apply it, then you can. If not, then just keep scrolling. All right. But I'm telling you now, your thoughts are the reason why you are going through whatever you are going through right now. Your thoughts are going to give you the results that you want, right? The new thoughts that we have are going to give us the new life that we want. And the reason why, right? I want to break. All right. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. All right. So it goes a little bit deeper. Yeah, I can shove a bunch of scriptures down your guys' throats and try to preach to you, right? But I want you to get this in the most simplest form. All right. Just a basic person will be able to come to this video and understand what I'm saying. All right. So your thoughts are going to make up your life. Why? Because your thoughts are going to induce certain feelings inside of you. If you can control your thoughts, if you can control your feelings, you can control your life, right? You can play with these variables and start to manipulate reality, right, for yourself in a good way. So you got to become aware of this, right? When I became aware of this, my mentor showed me this. It clicked, right? A light bulb went off in my head, and it allowed me to know why I keep experiencing these low vibrational experiences, right? These low vibrational circumstances. And it has to do with your thoughts and your feelings, right? So these feelings that you're having, right? The higher the feeling that you're having, the higher your vibration, right? What I mean by that, when you're having feelings of happiness, joy, fullness, love, right? Gratitude is up there, peace. These are high vibrational feelings that will put you on a high frequency. Okay? Understand this. Einstein says one of my favorite quotes, everything is energy and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency, right? These are frequencies. When you get on a certain, your feelings will put you on a certain vibration. Your vibration will put you on a certain frequency, right? Match the frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but to attract that reality. There's no other way, right? This is not philosophy. This is physics. Okay, so it's law. Whatever frequency you are on, you will match that same reality. And this is why, right? This is why I was attracting those low vibrational people, those low vibrational circumstances, is because I was focusing and having thoughts of my feelings of shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, anger, being prideful, right? These are the feelings that I was having when I was living out of that car, right? Nowhere to go, no money in my pocket, washing up in gas stations, right? All day I was just having thoughts about things I was shameful for. Example, when I was 19, I went to jail, right? For several different things, but in and out of jail. Shameful about that. Feeling guilty about that, right? That nobody in the family likes me, or I'm just a black sheep and I'm the mess up of the family. Having grief, right? I was having grief about losses that I took, people that I lost, loved ones that died. Um, my own daughter died at birth in 2012, right? Having grief about that, always thinking about that, right? Now, I'm not saying you're not going to have these low vibrational feelings, right? I don't want to say that at all, because you're going to have them, right? When we lose people that are close to us, or we go through a breakup, or maybe we're dealing with financial lack, whatever the case may be. All right, if we're dealing with just a low time in life, we're going to have these feelings, these low vibrational feelings. But the key is not to stay here, not to stay angry, not to stay fearful. Stay within that grief, right? Go through that grief, right? And process losing that person, but don't stay there. Don't stay in those feelings of guilt and shame about what you messed up in the past, who you used to be. You can't stay here. The longer you stay here in these lower vibrations, right, the worse circumstances you will continue to attract to yourself. The more sickness that you'll bring onto your body, the more anxiousness, the more disease that you will bring onto yourself. Why? Because your body will be in a contracted state in these feelings, these low vibrational feelings. The more contracted your body is, right, the more at dis-ease you will be. That's what disease is. Your body is at dis-ease. It's contracted. You're tense. You're anxious, right? In this state, you're probably taking short breaths or forgetting to breathe at times. Your body is in a flight or fright mode. All right. So what we got to do is raise our frequency. We got to raise the vibration, get on a different feeling, right? And the fastest way to do this, right? If you don't get nothing out of this video, please understand this. Listen. The fastest way to raise your vibration from these low vibrational feelings, right? To get up out of that funk, the fastest and cheapest way is through gratitude. I'll say it again. The fastest way to raise your vibration, to raise your frequency, is through gratitude. Start getting thankful. All right, you're probably like, no, I don't have nothing to be thankful for. Everything's going wrong in my life. Nothing good ever happens for me. All right, you got to stop thinking like that, because are you here right now? Are you breathing? Can you see the screen, right? Can you touch whatever device that you're using, getting Wi-Fi on? Just the fact that you're breathing right here now is just enough to get grateful and excited about. Right? Do you know how many people die daily? You know how many people that are living in chaos, living in war in their backyard, living in violence, gang violence, domestic violence, right? So for you to be in peace and be able to watch this in peace, and you have access to internet, you have a shelter over your head, is enough for you to get grateful for. And that's what I had to do, right? When I was living out of that Chevy 04 Impala, I had to get out, step outside of myself, step outside of the fact that, yeah, you may not have nowhere to go right now. You may be homeless. You may not have the money that you want. You may not be living the lifestyle that you want to live, but you're still alive, and you still have a chance to make a different choice, to have different thoughts, to get on a higher frequency. You still have the chance, right? Every day you wake up and those eyelids open, you should be thanking God. You should be going in complete praise and worship, because you have another chance, right? To choose the life that you want. How do you choose the life you want? By changing your frequency, right? Getting on a higher frequency. Just like I said, right? Just like Einstein said, match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but to attract that reality, right? So once I started to get grateful, my vibration started to raise. I started getting on a high frequency, right? I started getting on feelings of just love, joy, peace, abundance, gratitude, right? When I started getting and maintaining this frequency, I started to notice a change. I started attracting better opportunities, better people, making more money, experiencing God in a different way, getting closer to God. All right. Now, I'm not saying that you're always just going to stay happy-go-lucky, right? Everything's just rainbows and Skittles, because things are going to happen in life, right? And it's just to test you and make you stronger. And it's just a human experience, right? We're a spirit being having a human experience, and you're going to experience these low vibrational feelings. But the key is to stay grateful and not stay here. Not stay in this low vibration. All right. So how do you maintain the high vibration, right? How do you maintain this high frequency? Through gratitude. You need to force feed yourself positivity. What do I mean? You need to start looking up positive images, listening to positive affirmations, listening to people that are speaking life into you and not negativity. Right? Turn off that phone, go outside, take your shoes and socks off, and touch earth and breathe, right? Enjoy nature. This is how you maintain that high frequency, regardless of what you go through, regardless of what life hits you with, right? So, y'all, when I was exposed to this, it changed everything, right? It changed my thinking, it changed my perspective, and hopefully it's doing the same thing for you, right? Hopefully it's awakening you If not, it's cool, right? Everybody's on their own pace. Everybody's on their own timeline. You will be ready to accept this when you're ready to accept it, right? So, yeah, I know this was a short live, but very, very powerful. If you didn't get anything out of watching that, right? If you didn't get anything out of that, I want you to get this. The more grateful that you get, right? The more gratitude that you express, it's like an expenditure of force. Okay, so there's a law of gratitude. When you express this gratitude feeling, it's like a boomerang effect. You express the gratitude towards God, and the things that you want will start making an instantaneous movement towards you. All right. So you can take that or leave it, whatever confirmation that is for you. All right. But I'm telling you, whatever you're going through, I know it's bad. Everybody else is going through the same thing, or maybe even worse. Right. Your situation could always be worse, but you can get grateful right now and start having different thoughts, and that will attract a different reality. Okay. So I love y'all. Nothing you can do about it. I will see you guys on the next one. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more value. And I will see you guys on the next one. All right. Let's go.